Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, back with another piece of the Master Quest pie. I think I said exactly that as my intro in the last episode as well. I don't know, that was this recording session, but like an hour ago. I took a break partway through to, well, so the video could export, and also to read the latest post on Patreon by Twist and Black Wolf. But yes, it's the whole story is a pun. Oh, it hurts so good. Anyway, that should date this episode somewhat, but only if you're familiar with just, oh fuck, I need to keep bringing the torch. But yeah. So this is the same recording session as the last episode, which in turn is, oh come on, who said you could combo me? This is most rude. How dare you? How very dare you? How very dare you? There we go. Now, okay, and please tell me that's all I needed to do. Okay, well, it acted like that was the right thing that was done. So I think those torches are going to stay lit now. What do I do here? Because can't exactly make this jump, can I? And also there are baby Dodongos, and stop L-targeting up there! I need to see what's going on down here, you clusterfuck. And where have the baby Dodongos gone? Where are the babies? Babies. There are no babies. They're probably going to start attacking me once I start pulling this block. So, I would speed this up, because that's what I did in the last episode, but we're already more than halfway there, so... How are you lovely people doing? Did I mention this recording session is on the day that... Like, it's on the Friday. The day before episode 4 goes up. And I swear I'm just gonna keep recording in advance. Now, if you're new to my channel and you're wondering why I keep making such a big deal about how early I'm recording these videos, I don't normally record this far in advance, and I see you, Keese, not shaking that ass. See, if I get too close, you're gonna kamikaze yourself into the fire and become a fire Keese. Not that it matters. Not that it matters because I've got the Hylian shield. But oh, I'm surprised I got that in time. Like, the Hylian shield doesn't burn, so I don't really need to worry about it, but nevertheless, I don't much like the idea of being on fire. You know what I mean. What I'm trying to say. I don't like the idea of burning. Also, is this the old design of the Hylian shield? Because it's got the 4th Triforce piece that doesn't exist. So... Also, another instance of this mechanic, and don't hurt me please. Wow, schizophrenic with whether those things do damage or not. Oh! Mini-boss. You normally do this one second. Like, you fight this mini-boss twice in this game in general. But you fight here the second time, whereas in this version you fight here the first time, and there are 2 of them, and... Come on. Fight me, or I will just shoot you from a distance. Okay, no, you're gonna fight me, okay. There. If you have the Hylian shield, you can sort of break this fight, because they like, their attack arc is, well, it involves swinging their blades from above. And so, if you have the Hylian shield, you can just duck underneath their attacks, and their attacks hit the shield instead. Of course, if you're too slow about pulling, like if you get locked in a sword spinning animation, and you can't pull out your shield quick enough, then it doesn't really work, but aside from that, it's a flawless strategy. Now come on, fight me. I'll fight you. We will fight each other, and it will be hilarious. I don't know why I chose the word hilarious to describe this, because it's murder. I could make a fart joke. Would that make it funny? Now, you can sort of see in the far distance there, we're gonna need to come back in here, because we can't go past those rocks because they're all explodable. And there's a Gold Skulltulae over there. Also, that pit is just well, the bottom of that pit is the arena where you fight those guys the first time in Vanilla Ocarina of Time, and the second time in Master Quest. And I hate this room! Yay! I was so not looking forward to... Fuck off, Keese. I was so... Like, there are a couple of bits in Ocarina of Time in general that, like, apart from the game's overdone nature as an N64 game, there are a number of reasons why I didn't really want to do this game as an LP. Even though, I mean, I wanted to, it wouldn't have been wise to. This room is one of those reasons. Because it's a timing puzzle on top of a timing puzzle. And I'm just not a fan. Well, I know shit, I'm a humnan being. No. Casey poo poo. No, not the one. Why could you even L-target bomb flowers in the first place anyway? Oh no, you're gonna fly into the fire, aren't you, and then become a fire keys? No? Well, come back so I can hit you. Because, yeah, that crystal switch doesn't stay swote for too long. Oh, but and are you coming back or not? Make your mind up, you arse keys. Anyway. Okay, that's good. And no, Link, go where I do the saying of the... I'm surprised that worked. That should not have worked. Now, how do I want to go about doing this? I could just stand on that switch, run up here, hit the other switch, and it is perfectly doable and perfectly... This room is one of the reasons why I didn't want to do this game, is what I was trying to say there. Actually, what I'm thinking doesn't make any sense at all, so maybe never mind. But it did seem to have a generous amount of time to it, so I'll hit this first from over here, even though that's probably not the best idea. Like, if that switch turned off the first jet of fire instead of the second, then maybe my plan would work. What I was planning on doing is turning off the first load of fire, and then grabbing a bob from that alcove and putting it next to that switch, and having that blow up on a delay so I'd have a bit more time to play with. And don't fuck up this jump, otherwise you'll have to come back round the long way. Again, jumps that if you fuck up, you're gonna have to come back a difficult way, so I gotta get the dungeon of the item first and then come back, because once you have the dungeon of the item, that puzzle becomes easier. So, we're back up here again, and we have a bomb. Yay! Don't want to say that too loudly, because I live in university accommodation, although I don't think it's university owned anymore. But what? Excuse me? Excuse the fuck out of me. What the balls? Why did only one of those blow up? And we're back up here. Now, what do I need those bombs for? Should I just jump down with one? That seems like a bit of a bad idea. But I'm gonna try it anyway! Come on, Link, let's go and have a bad time together. Oh, that actually was what I was supposed to do. Well, alrighty then. I believe this is where you go first when you come through this dungeon in Ocarina of Time Vanilla. And then you come out in the alcove to the left with that treasure chest. But in this version, we come here relatively later because it's... I don't know, it's this Master Quest, screw you. I believe you, again, in the original version of the game, you can't actually get up there until later in the game. And I am being sort of cagey about how I define later in the game, because there is something that happens after the third dungeon, and I don't want to spoil what that is, even though it's one of the most well-known things in video game history, so... just to consider some people that are watching in case they've never seen this game before. And what do you sell? A red potion. Go and eat a flamingo. I don't need it. Anything else in here? This seems like an optimal place for hiding a Gold Skulltulae, but apparently not. So... I guess I need to bomb that, which then does a thing. Fire keys. No thank you. I said no thank you. Wow. Sharpshooting at its finest. And... okay, that's the front. Oh, hello. Well, what's under here then? Oh, it's another flower. Of course, why would it be anything but? And where does this go? This doesn't go at all. Disappointing. But yeah, these blocks are another instance of what I was talking about in the last episode, where they're just random things that the Master Quest team just found and decided to use in Master Quest because, what the fuck? They needed a... oh, right, so you can use this to climb onto that, because if you touch this platform the first time, it rises up. If you touch it again, it sinks down. And if you drop down without having it brought down, you still have a means of getting up. I know what I mean, and that isn't really good enough, but it's gonna have to be good enough. Speaking of, is that gonna be... yes! So, Chain of Bonflowers, they did this in Wind Waker as well. But it's a completely optional thing, it's to get a silver rupee. But in that game, they're worth 100, I want to say, instead of... either 100 or 200. Excuse me, iSwitch. Excuse me, iSwitch. Fucking excuse me, fuckety fickety fuckety iSwitch. Can I hit you, please? What the fucking... Why? Why did that take so much? And of course, your instinct would be to just run out blindly across here, but there's that Skulltulae that I seem to have completely avoided. Well... Oh, there it is. I'm going to say where'd it go, but how is it hiding inside the roof? Well, the ceiling, whatever. It doesn't matter. I can kill it through the ceiling somehow. Huh. And as far as I'm aware, that switch isn't on a timer, so we're good to go. Is there a fairy around here? I feel like this would be the sort of place where they'd hide a fairy, but apparently not. But of course, finding fairies doesn't really matter in, well, before Majora's Mask anyway. In fact, generally, outside of Majora's Mask, finding fairies in dungeons doesn't really matter. And we're in that room! This room is at the bottom of that pit that I was rather shittily talking about before. Also, these guys are kind of good at dodging and timing and stuff, so... I never claim to be good at this game, I'm just adequate. Good enough to play Master Quest anyway. Also, there is a secret room that branches off of this room that I've never seen anyone take into account when LPing this game. And you see that they're even good enough to avoid getting got by slingshot bullets. Because I do the jump attack, that took less time. And I could be attacking them while they get their swords out, but what would be the point? They're going to get over here eventually, so... It's funny how they're really good with timing and counterattacking and stuff, but they're also really easy to kill. Also, I personally think that they're kind of cute. Fight me. You know exactly who needs to be fought. If you wish to challenge me, then bring with you Chris Tarrant, all of Sweden, and a P. I've made this joke before, and it's progressively less funny the more I reference it. Anyway, now that we've killed those assholes, we can go through that door. I believe that leads to that alcove with the chest. And that, in the vanilla version, would be the dungeon map, I think. And I don't remember where it is, but somewhere in this wall. It's not there. Okay, this isn't a good idea. But there is a secret room through here, somewhere. Here it is. It's got one heart in it, so it's really not worth it, but... secret room. I'm surprised they didn't hide a Gold Skulltulae in there in this version, because nobody knows that room's there. But there you go. I've shown it off, so... I don't know... Why can I not talk? How have I been going for 13 minutes already? And what do here? Oh, we will blow up a grave. Yeah, this... Master Quest has a fondness for using weird things as switches. The third dungeon uses a certain thing rather liberally as switches as well. And also, the Water Temple that I spoiled in the last episode. It just doesn't make much sense. But that's all the charm of Master Quest and interns and all that. Now, this room looks like a lung, by the way, but, in here, can we do any goods? Well, I can tank hits and hit you in the face, and get hit in the back by this arsehole. And there's a fire keys as well, just for good measure. And I kind of want that heart. Now, where'd the other arsehole go? There you are. You can die. You're welcome. I don't think there was any point to coming in here. I believe there's a point to coming in here in the original version. But in this version, you just get this regenning bit of grass over here so I can recharge my health. So I'll just grind until I've got full hearts again. How about that? You know what? I give up. It just started giving me nothing but Deku seeds, even though I still need a quarter of a heart, goddammit. But I can't spend all day in there, so let's finish off this room. Now, in the original version, there would be Dodongos in here, but in this version, they're repose instead. And if you look at them, they disappear, and after you hit them... Nope, don't L-target. Don't L-target, you asshole. Also, don't L-target your asshole. That's also a bad idea. Now, as I mentioned before, purple hose souls, they don't talk to you, and you can catch it in a bottle if you want, but don't really need it for anything. Like, they don't really serve any purpose. You can drink them, which is a bit weird, and that can either restore your health, or drop it down to really low. I don't remember how low. Sometimes it doesn't do anything. Stop L-targeting. I want to go into L mode so I can do a jump attack, but I don't want to actually target it. Now, I don't even know if you have to kill all these, but... Oi, I tried to hurt you. Of course, that's the perfect way to get someone to pay attention to you. No, don't fuckety L-target. Fuckety L-target, okay. Rude. Just maximally rude. Don't hurt me while I'm trying to hurt you. And you know what? Just forget it. Forget it. It's not worth the jump attacking. And don't you know pout at me, or from me, as the case may be. Fight me like a dead person. Fight me like one of your French girls. Now come on. I don't remember if you have to kill them or not, but I'm gonna do it anyway because fuck you. And you're dead, and also trapped inside a wall for all eternity. Now, is that all of them? Because if it is, then that didn't do anything. And if it's not, well, we still don't know. And also there's this stuff here, so more exploding graves for some reason. In hindsight, it's kind of morbid that we're blowing up graves to progress, and that's why there are Poes in here, perhaps, potentially, question mark. There are these restless spirits who are in here because, blah, you blew up our graves, we're gonna hurt you, but then I hurt them. Now, finally, the dungeon of the item, and yes, I intend to do that as many times as I can, just to annoy you. But we have the bomb bag, and note the colour of the seal around its neck. It's orange, you could say, or you could say it's bronze. Just a thing to consider. Bearing in mind the slingshot had two, size capacity upgrades. This is probably going to as well, and you can imagine that the next size up has a silver sash around it, and then the next size up from that has a gold sash, and... do I have time to finish off this dungeon in this episode? Probably not, but I'm gonna try my darndest anyway. I could just leave the dungeon and do something else until the end of the episode, but no. So, if you'll recall, the L is real star of Mario 64 sign told us that if this dead Dodongo sees red, drop it, please. Did that work? No, of course, because Link's a dumb shit. Just drop a bomb in its eye, and then the eye blows up, and... I was so afraid he was going to fall through just then. Now... Oh, that's a good point. Instead of going in there, I can end this episode by getting that Skulltulae that I mentioned before, that's behind that wall above the pit. If I can just remember how you get there. So... I may cut to that? I want to say... Wait, hang on. Which way is that? Oh yeah, there was a load of items that I said I was going to go back and get as well. I don't think I'll have to cut after all. I can just go through that door over there. So... How are you lovely people doing, by the way? I will never not be interested in, reading comments on these videos and stuff, so if you're having a good day or even a shit day, then tell me. I could play the role of the agony uncle. And have we been down there yet? I want to say we haven't, and that's an optional room, so that could be a thing to look into to end this episode with, as well as the other thing that I said I was going to do. Blue rupees, totally worth it. Now, I believe that anytime you get blue rupees... Well, maybe not any time, but a lot of the time that you get blue rupees from a chest, it would normally contain an item that you already have, like a Deku shield, for instance. Oh, I was expecting giant Skulltulaes. I'm rather happy that it's not. And I'm gonna try and kill these as they fall. Because in Vanilla Ocarina of Time, you see these guys in the Great Deku Tree, and then that's it. You never see them ever again. And was this pointless? I don't think so, because there's a chest icon on the minimap, so presumably... Well, I'm acting like it's a surprise that there's a chest there as the chest is appearing. I think that's all that's in here, but there could be a Gold Skulltulae that I can't hear. Another blue rupee. But yeah, so if you ever open a chest and get 5 rupees, there's a slim chance that it might have contained a Hylian shield or something if you didn't already have one equipped, or if you didn't already have one in your items in general. And because I have a Hylian shield and a Deku shield, there we go! I had a feeling there'd be something like this in here. And I'm being so careless with my health, this doesn't really bode well, does it? Now, given that there's still a few more rooms of puzzle before the boss, and also the boss, and the cutscene after the boss, I think we're good to show off that other thing and then call it an episode. Now, which way am I going? Do I want to be heading... I don't think I want to be heading this way. I want to head back to the main room, and then... I'll just cut till I get there. And we're back in here. I could have gone round the other way, like from that room that I was in, but I didn't really like the idea of having to go through those puzzle rooms again with the, like the crystal switch and the steppy platform switch. That was a really terrible description, but you know the rooms I mean. The room that I said I didn't want to do. Like, the room that was the reason that I didn't want to play this game, sort of. Now, did that actually... That should have counted, to be fair. How about that one? Oh, come on. And... Oh, really? I'll cut until I get this right. And as usual, the attempt right after I start cutting is the one that I succeed upon, in. I'll just leave that there. Now, obviously don't fall down here because it's a long way to come back round, and I think the reason why they put the Skulltulae here is because it's an inconvenience to come all the way back here, but they had to seal this bit off, otherwise you'd be able to just jump down here and use it as a really, like you'd be able to skip half the dungeon if you could. Bearing in mind you fight the mini-boss in this upper arena first. If you could get up here and then jump down there and fight the mini-boss a second time immediately after, then that would kind of break the dungeon. So they had to seal this bit off, and they thought, hey, you wouldn't want to come back here once you can break the seal that we've put there, so why not put a reward for coming back here, there, in the form of a Gold Skulltulae? That was a terrible, terrible arsey description, but I think that's enough for this episode, so I've been, and will continue to be, Tessellating Hexagons, and in the next episode, we will enter the giant dead Dodongo's mouth. And in between episodes, I may want to invest in getting some health back. So, yeah, see you then.